Unconditional love is an interdimensional energy field, which serves as a key to open your heart to heal the wounds of many lives of myriad broken hearts. How does unconditional love heal your myriad incarnation of broken hearts? This is where the interdimensional part comes in. Unconditional love is an interdimensional energy field that can capture a low-frequency energy pattern and transmute it into a higher frequency of experience. This transmutational energy field is much like the violet fire, but not exactly the same. The violet fire works in an alchemical manner in which the actual resonance of a person, place, situation, or thing is expanded into a higher frequency of reality. How does the violet fire achieve that activity? The violet fire has the ability to pull a situation out of the third-dimensional hologram and into fourth-dimensional astral world. When the violet fire and unconditional love work as one, they can shift the frequency of that person, place, situation, or thing into a fifth-dimensional resonance of light and beyond. We say resonance of light, because that which is of the darkness is released, as it is too heavy with human emotions to be transmutable. In this manner, you are like a hermit crab in that you actually shed the 3D shell that has become too restrictive for you. However, in order to shed this shell, you must release it. This is where the unconditional love comes in. Unconditional love is an energy field, which is much like a tornado in that it is a smaller vortex where it connects with third-dimensional Earth, but expands into larger and larger cycles as it moves up into the higher dimensions. In other words, as unconditional love is allowed to make full contact with a third-dimensional person, place, situation, or thing, it creates a vortex, or portal, which leads into the higher frequencies. Of course, this vortex of unconditional love does pull up the physical matter as a tornado does. Unconditional love pulls up and extends the frequency of resonance of the person, place, situation, or thing, into a higher dimensional frequency of expression. This acceleration of frequency from the lower dimensional experiences of reality into the higher dimensional experiences of reality is the healing and transmutational power of unconditional love. Unconditional love bathes that which has fallen into lower resonance with an ever-expanding frequency of resonance. Whereas the violet fire achieves this rise in resonance in an alchemical, more mental manner, unconditional love achieves an increase in resonance by releasing the emotions that are lowering the resonance of the energy fields that surround any fear-based emotions. Once the low-frequency energy fields of fear, anger, and/or sorrow are released, pulled into a higher resonance, the power of the higher dimensional emotions of unconditional love, unconditional forgiveness, unconditional acceptance and compassion allows you to release all sense of judgment of self or of others. In other words, unconditional love can be explained by, forgive them for they know not what they do. It is the act of forgiveness of any person, place, situation or thing that allows you to release that which is dense, of a lower frequency of victimization, and flow your awareness into that which is light and free of a higher frequency of liberation. When you send unconditional acceptance into any person, place, situation or thing, you release all sense of victimization because you accept that whatever has come into your life, is there for a higher dimensional reason. Gaining freedom from that which has wounded you is another blessing of unconditional love. When you send unconditional love, forgiveness and acceptance to yourself, you free yourself from any old, lower frequency energy patterns that you have collected during your many third-dimensional incarnations. We recommend that you consistently send unconditional love, forgiveness, and acceptance to all the incarnations you have ever experienced on third-dimensional Earth. In this manner, you free yourself from all the low-frequency energy fields that you have ever lived on Gaia during any of your incarnations. When you send your unconditional love into the body of Gaia, you will also clear her Earth of the many wounds that she has suffered from humanity's need to have power over others. You can also free others from their lower frequency patterns of behaviors, emotions, and thoughts by sending them unconditional love. However, you can only free them if they are able to accept the unconditional love that you send. Those who have only experienced human love in a possessive, painful manner, may need a long time before they can trust the source of that unknown energy field of unconditional love. It is for this reason that unconditional love of yourself is so very important. However, in the same manner that you must trust others to accept their unconditional love, you must trust yourself to receive the unconditional love that you send to yourself. This situation is much like presenting someone with protective clothing when they have never worn clothes. They have fully adapted to be naked, and the clothing may feel cumbersome or even restrictive. In the same manner, if someone has survived their life by never accepting love because it always felt like fear, they will have difficulty understanding that love is suddenly a good thing when their abuser often said, "I only do this to you because I love you." Hopefully, the above concept is foreign and unimaginable, but to those who have been abused, it is normal. We wish to remind you now that many of the members of the much feared and dreaded Illuminati had to undergo that type of brainwashing when they were children. When you send unconditional love to those who you may judge as bad, that likely unwanted gift serves as that tornado that begins to weaken their attachment to the familiar sensation of fear. Once they begin to loosen their attachment to the fear that was programmed into them, they are able to begin the long process of having some degree of control over their own reality. Whether that person is from an Illuminati family or any other abusive childhood that may have made them mean in order to survive, they have a different viewpoint of survival. They have learned to survive by obeying their parent or authority figure, so when they are freed from the fear that has made them obey, they have a new fear. This new fear is the fear of change. Therefore, some are shown the light to escape, but are too afraid of the unknown to even walk through an open door. These are the ones who are the most lost and the hardest ones to heal. Some of these deeply wounded ones often need several incarnations in order to accept any love, even unconditional love. On the other hand, there are more and more wounded ones who are allowing the light to penetrate their form. How do they do that? They are allowing the light to assist them by taking the risk to believe that, somehow, there is a way out. It is that hope of and faith in a possible reality in which the members of the lost ones are also able to accept your unconditional love that empowers you. Unconditional love always includes unconditional acceptance and unconditional forgiveness, or the love would not be unconditional. Hence, when you call upon even one of these interdimensional traits, you expand your own consciousness into the higher dimensions. Most important, when you expand your consciousness into the higher dimensions, while you also remain grounded in your physical earth vessel, you assist Gaia to expand her consciousness into the higher frequencies of reality without damaging her planet Earth. Blessings to you all. Please remember you are never alone, for you are infinitely one with your myriad higher expressions of self.